I am doing my stream on live stream or on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, Twitch, and on X. I'm doing my I'm gonna have to get used to this shit. My space, my new spaces. That's what it's called. So if you guys want to join me there, you are more than welcome to. I am also on a Skype. So if you guys want to come in and join me, you can go through Skype. I am on live with Roger Hanson there as well. So feel free to come in and join me if you want to. So what happened is I decided to get on X Premium and give it a shot. Now, the reason why I did that was because I recently had some bad things happening with me when it comes to Minds.com. I was being monetized on there, and they proceeded to shut off all funds. So that caused me to have to look elsewhere in order to get my content out and be able to get paid for it, basically. So I did some searching around. This all happened back in, I believe, October. I believe it was around October, and I was wanting to try to find other areas to where I could earn from besides streaming, to be honest with you. And it paid off here and there. I had a couple people that wanted some CGI that I did for them, but other than that, I didn't find any other solutions to try to make a little bit of cash on this. So I kept doing my live streams, and I started doing like podcasts and live stream, however you want to call it, back in August, whenever Minds finally went live stream. They not only have recording, but now they have live stream as well. So I got excited about that, and I decided that I needed to do something. So me and a couple of friends of mine, Mark Edworthy and Tan Hai Tran with Karma Love, all started talking, and we said, why don't we just do some podcasts and some live streams, So and that's how it started. Well, shortly after, that's when the monetization on Minds.com stopped. So I decided to do what I said, go look for other avenues when it comes to getting money, and I couldn't find any, basically, to tell you the truth. Now, Rumble is pretty cool. I went on Rumble, and they started monetizing me straight off. So all of us, I mean, right from the get-go, it was pretty good. They actually gave me monetization right from the get-go, and I can pull up stats and earnings. This is from Rumble. I have started all the way back in October, I believe, October the 21st, and I've got $1.37, which really isn't all that great, considering they're probably going to want $100 before they're willing to cash out. I don't really know much about all that stuff, but what I can tell you is that I actually am glad that at least it's got a payout, you know what I mean? Now, to be to be honest with you, this is the first night that I actually have um, done another live with Roger Hanson. It's been a while. I started breaking off and doing other topics and other subjects, which I'm not upset about. I really do like it. In the process, during this whole time, I started working with musicians when it come to getting their music out. I was lucky enough to meet a friend of mine called Austin Todd. He's a musician, and he also helps me out on the wonderful world of weirdness, which, by the way, I partnered up with Old John, or John Clark, whichever name he goes by that anybody's familiar with, and I became a partner in the wonderful world of weirdness on YouTube. So that was another thing that happened. So now I'm working with Austin Todd with music, also with John when it comes to music, and with another person that goes by Within the Vacuum. Besides doing the music thing, I'm gathering up people's music that they're willing to volunteer for Operation Secret Santa. That's done through Jeffy Ryder from World Pirate Radio Network, and I've been collecting that up and getting it ready for January. So we have a pretty good lineup of things that are getting ready to take place on that front. So that's the music part that I was going through and doing this year. So I ended up getting that started. Now, besides that, what I also have done is, like I said, I ended up going in on a partnership with Wonderful World of Weirdness, which is pretty cool. It was actually pretty good. We got Summer Todd started up on her own show. It's called Summer Todd's Mystery Show, which was doing good. We took a break from it until October, but that was her show where I was on there basically being the cameraman, and Austin was the co-host, and we all worked together on mystery stuff, you know what I mean? Besides that, I had Bob Dub on with me from Minds.com, and we did conversations concerning duality and things of that nature. So I was able to get that going on. Not only did I end up networking with Bob Dub and Summer Todd, but I was also able to do a lot of content that I really wanted to do. I've been wanting to do it for years and years, but I never had a chance to really get it started off and get other people's takes. I was able to talk about the Shakespeare question. That's a big deal that I had going on that I really wanted to do. I did that with Bob Dub. I also did it with Otto Excelsior. He's on Minds.com as well. And we talked about the Shakespeare theory, or the Shakespeare question. We also went into the Tudor theory, which is actually a pretty interesting topic. It's about if you think that Shakespeare existed, or if he was actually a pen name. There's also the Tudor theory, which suggests that a few people could have been the rightful or the son of Queen Victoria during that time period, and Sir Francis Bacon was one of them. That's about about That's basically what it's about. You have a few other people. Now, after that, we have well, there we go. Yeah, Dave Kelso is on Twitter, and he says that he's coming out with an episode. It's called Paradigm Shift. It's an educational comedy. Now, if you guys like him, you can check him out. He's on Skype. That's a pretty good thing to check out. And he's posting on Skype left and right. So if you guys want to come on to my Skype, you can see his notification and go to it, or you can come in and join me, and we can have a conversation. Now, like I was saying, I was actually, oh wow, I was actually, doing the topic about Shakespeare, and it got pretty good. It started bringing up topics that I was having before on my channel, Strange Stories, where I was discussing Saint Germain and things of that. It's old stories from the Middle Ages, the Age of Enlightenment, and stuff of that nature, which I thought was pretty cool. So I did enjoy that, and I did that with Bob Dub, and I also did it with Auto Excelsior, so that was pretty cool. Now, besides that, with Duality, I was able to talk with, Rush of Waves. He's another guy on mine that's pretty cool. He's an interesting person. Now Duality was kind of interesting as well, because whenever I did Duality, I actually learned about a lot more than what I'd known previously about it. I learned about duality, then I learned about the feminine and the male aspects and how they relate to everything in nature, you know. I personally believe that people have got dualities, and the male or the feminine and the male aspects all screwed up. Like, they have no clue what the heck is going on there, because it relates to all of nature, you know, stuff like that. And not only nature, but silence and buoyancy, things of that nature. And then, like, I actually wanted to start a series and maybe call it frickin' bumblebees and what was it? No, hummingbirds and bumblebees, maybe something like that, you know, because that's something that I think would be pretty cool. Now, I also want to say too that through this whole journey, I was checking out or trying to find a person that I used to network on Minds with, called Minds Gaming, and it took me the longest time to figure out how to find him and maybe get him on the show and do an interview. Well, as time went on and I started networking with Bob Dub, I actually ended up finding out how to get in contact with him, and when I did, it was pretty cool, because we started doing we did an interview. That was good. And Minds Gaming is pretty interesting because he has Minds Underground, But as well as that, he's been doing projects with Glitch, where he's been doing like a VR chat room. And besides that, he's also creating his own cryptocurrency, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's why I have my own cryptocurrency, because I did it through him on MintMe. If you guys want to help me out in any way when it comes to the wonderful world of weirdness, you can go in and check out my videos that I've been posting on X for the WoW token for WoW, WWOW. That's all of the content that I've been streaming, and more is coming, so you can check that out. I'm just basically on here right now, kind of giving everybody a rundown on what's been happening with me on my shows, and where I'm at now. Like I said, Live with Roger Hanson is coming back. Now tonight I decided that I was going to go ahead and do this video, but it's not going to be every Monday or Sunday night. I will make it regularly once every week, but I guarantee you it's not going to be Sunday night. I'm thinking I'll do a late night on Friday maybe, and get something like that going on, and we can go from there. So that is kind of where I'm at when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I am in the middle of trying to figure out where I'm at when it comes to my shows, because I'm on break with all of them, but at the same time I just got contacted with somebody that I had previously been working with from Wonderful World of Weirdness, called Michael Paul. Now, I had some pretty good interviews, or I had a pretty good interview with him, and I was able to do some shows with him on Wonderful World of Weirdness with John, and I liked what he had to say. So there's a good chance that I might be setting something up to where we could be doing some stuff on the Wonderful World of Weirdness. If you guys are interested in that, check out WoW Talk. That is where I'll be doing my live feeds for the Wonderful World of Weirdness. I'm also uploading all the time on there, so it's got some good stuff on it. Right now I'm going through Ancient Mysteries. I'm also doing strange stories and conspiracies, and it's pretty good. And that, plus I'm editing and uploading WoW Talk as well, and I think that if you guys are into that kind of stuff, I think you would like it. Here before long, I'll be continuing on another series that I'm doing called Everything About Aliens. So far we've been talking about the Naga and the Agarshans, as well as Shambhala and stuff of that nature. And on WoW Talk, I've actually got stuff that's going to be coming up with the uploads. It'll be discussing a lot of things going from the Sumerians all the way up to up to Hindu beliefs, and then into ancient Indian beliefs concerning the Thunderbird, things of that nature. So it's got some good stuff going on there, and basically that's what I've been doing on the Wonderful World of Weirdness. I do want to continue on some other topics. I want to dive deeper into the esoterics, that's something that I really do enjoy doing. So I am getting ready to do that and have things ready. So if you guys are interested in maybe coming on and wanting to be a part of that, you are more than welcome to. WoW Talk is on Jitsi. No, not Jitsi. Well, Jitsi if I do it, but it's on Skype as well as Discord. Wonderful World of Weirdness is on Discord, and you guys can go check that stuff out. So now that I've gotten it out of the way and I started finished talking about WoW Talk, I'd also like to remind everybody that I am on X right now in the freaking groups or whatever the heck it's called. So if you want to come in and join me, you can. You're more than welcome. It's pretty good. So so far from what I can see, it's pretty good. And I could have actually had the option of recording on there too, but I didn't record or anything, so I am just on there playing. But just so you guys know, it is being recorded through OBS or live streamed actually, so we will have this on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch, as well as having this set up on X as well, and I will be able to I'll get better acquainted with these words as I go. It's really strange how this is. So I am, by the way, doing some edits right now, or some uploads, which will be scheduled for Rumble, or no, for X. It's got to be edited or uploaded and then scheduled. These are going to be coming out every morning at 5 a.m. Chicago time, which is Central Standard Time. And I've learned that that's actually a good time to post, because I have people who are in England, people who are in New Zealand. I even know some people in Korea, different areas of the world, and it just seems that 5 a.m. in the morning, my time, seems to be a better time than my time. So I am currently uploading games from or interviews that I did with Rapid Glitch. I did 2 episodes with Summer Todd's mystery show, and it's gonna be ready to go, and I will have them going. So these are interviews that I did with Rapid on Home Away from YouTube, which is my content. So it's alright, don't worry about it. I'm not using anybody else's content. Rapid is a guy that, if you guys are on here and you're listening and you're into retro gaming, this is the guy that you need to talk to. He's not just into playing retro games, but he's also into game challenges, and he's really, really good at doing it. So that's something that, if you guys are interested in, you should probably check out. He's pretty good at this stuff. So I think my stuff is still playing. Let me double check. There we go. Yeah. I had to check up, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Now, we are doing great so far. It just annoys me how I have that window capture on there, so that may have to just go ahead and come off there. I really don't enjoy seeing that happening while I'm playing this or doing this stuff. So Rapid Glitch, though, like I said, he's got some good challenges that he does on there. You can find him on Twitch. You can also find him on Discord and YouTube. His channel is Nostalgic Gaming Retro, and if you guys want to be a part of his team Retro, he would be more than happy to have you on there. Right now, I just finished up a game that I was doing with him called everybody should know it if you're into gaming. It's Elder Scrolls Arena, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. That is a wild freaking game. Alright, I've gotten through 8 episodes of this game, and it is insane. I actually went through and I caught a part of it an area where a lot of streamers thought that the game was broke, but in reality it wasn't. So I was able to get it on video. That is going to be coming out pretty soon, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free to. And like I said, this is all on Nostalgia Gaming Retro. Now, we have been having plans with another guy by the name of, he goes by on YouTube, he goes by Disney Magic Zach. He's the guy who's in charge of Home Away from YouTube on YouTube, Rumble, and also on Discord. Now, we've been working on a project with Pokemon Gold with a guy by the name of Matt. It's a team challenge against two on two. That's been working on right now, but there's also something that's in the process of being done where we are going to start doing live streams with one another, not playing retro, but it's going to be like games that are up to date and everything. And I really don't care if it's a spoiler or not, but I am going to go ahead and tell you that we will be playing Quake. Now, right now on my channel, I'm doing Doom on live stream, so I remember the original Doom, and now that I'm playing the new one, it's completely mind-blowing. I actually do enjoy it, and that is something else. So if that one is that good, so I can imagine how good Quake's going to be. It's got to be good. I've got a couple of other friends on Minds Chat who I know is going to want to do some PvP as well, so I'm real happy that I was able to get these games. Maybe we can get together and do it and play these games together. Now, I'd also like to do a shout out to Disney Magic Zach. He's somebody that I actually did some side work on for Disney. When I was telling you I was working on some CGI, I actually was pretty happy with doing that because I was able to do a model of Cinderella Castle. Now, I'm going to tell you something that blew me out of the water. I couldn't believe how how cool it was to freaking do something like that until I actually did it. That castle is extraordinary. That's all I can say. It's just completely extraordinary. I had to take a ground level view with a picture, and then I put another picture back behind where I wanted the model to be so that I could use it as a reference photos in order to try to get it as close to size as what I could. And just some of the things that goes into the dimensions when it comes to that castle are just completely amazing. If you guys ever want to hear about that, you can find the interviews that I did with Zach on his channel, Disney Magic Zach, and he's got some good stuff on there if you're interested in Walt Disney World. So these are some of the things that I've been able to do in the last year, when it comes to streaming, and I really have enjoyed it. It's been pretty cool, to be honest with you. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I think it's a good deal, and not only that, but I've learned so much more from doing this stuff. So I think that it's something that I needed to do, because before I was just into video gaming, and don't get me wrong, I've got like 5 other channels with 5 different topics and stuff of that nature, but I never, or I did try it at one point to live stream, but to be honest with you, I didn't have the computer that could handle it at the time, and the streams turned out pretty horrible. They're on some of my YouTube channels that I have, if you want to go back and look at the older ones. But it took until this last year before I actually had the equipment that I needed to where I could do a decent, live streams with interviews and podcasts and stuff of that nature. And doing this has really taught me a lot. It's taught me about myself and about other people. It's also taught me how to work my equipment better, like with OBS. I've got to admit, I was a lot better than what I thought I was, and I didn't know that until now. Like, I've been checking out how people do their streams, and to be honest with you, I think if it wasn't for video gaming, I would have never become as good at doing this stuff as what I have become. So for me, that's a big plus. I think that's one of the big advantages that I have over a lot of the podcasters out there, because the majority of people who do podcasts, they get on like Skype and they hit record on Skype, or they'll do it on Jitsi, they'll hit record, and they don't have to have OBS or XSplit or any kind of encoder. They can just go on there and do that, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But for me personally, I learned more by taking this route, and even when it comes to that stuff, I didn't really know too much about all that until this year, when I started actually live streaming and having interviews and round tables with other people. I knew there was issues with audio that I'd have to deal with, and I dealt with that too. So I was really happy about that. It's coming up on 1 year of me doing my live streams, and so far it's been an interesting ride. I had been doing Old Man Talking with John Clark on WoW Talk and on my regular channel. I thought that was pretty good. That came to an end in January. I don't know for sure if we're ever going to bring that back. I think we were both pretty much done with it, you know, like it just seemed awkward as shit, you know what I mean? So, and I was doing live with Roger Hanson, that's what I'm doing now. As well. I'm starting this up because it's coming to the middle of the year, and that's when I plan to get back to doing live with Roger Hanson. And the reason why I want to do live with Roger Hanson is because I'm wanting to brand my name. You know, I go by Infamous OG 1973. That's my gamer name, but I don't want to brand just my gamer name. I want people to know my name too, you know, which is Roger Hanson. So I've started this. I started this show just for that, so that it could be live with Roger Hanson. I've done other projects, Minds Roundtable Weekend event. I did that with Tanhai Tran and Mark Edworthy, as well as Karma Love, and we would have people come on and we would just hang out and have a good time, you know. We just finished the second season for that one, and that was pretty good. And after that, we also did Tech Talk. Well, you know, Tech Talk, it's pretty cool. It's one that I have on a channel that I've got on YouTube called Working with Audio and Video. And then we also have Tech Talk available on Rumble as well as on Odyssey. And plus I have another show which that Tech Talk is with me, Tanhai Tran, and Mark Edworthy, and we're all pretty much, or we're all on minds.com if you guys want to check us out. Now, another one that I started at that was pretty cool was Roger's Real Time Talk Show event. Now, this one is one me and Mark Edworthy did together, and that is turning out to be pretty interesting. We've had some pretty good guests. It was me and Mark Edworthy in the first season, which was in the late months of last year, and then we started season 2 in the early season, or in the early part of the year for season 2. So now we're taking a break after 2 more episodes, I believe. And Roger's Real Time Talk Show event has been interesting because in the first season we started talking about politics, but we're not talking like the bad stuff. Like, this has absolutely nothing to do with bad-mouthing Donald Trump or bad-mouthing Joe Biden or any of this garbage politics that they've been pushing out. This has to do with historical politics, political history, and it also has to do with serious issues that are taking place in today's world. You know, we first started the first season out with talking about the Constitution of the United States, and then talking about the laws in Congress and things of that nature. Then this year, what I did is we did a twist. We did everything concerning England's politics. Started talking about the Parliament, the lower, you know what I'm saying. We're talking. Well, first we started talking about socialism in England and the Labour Party, and then we moved on to the Conservatives, and we started talking about the Tories and the Whigs, and now we started getting involved with the liberal, or I should say the classical liberals. That would be like libertarians here in the United States, and not even libertarians, to be honest. And we're going to be discussing John Locke, and we'll also be discussing the formation of what we now call freaking constitutional government, basically, and how John Locke inspired it, and how John Locke was also the ones who inspired the founding fathers of the United States when they wrote the Constitution, and just really good stuff. Here in that topic, I've been going through and I've been learning more things about history that I just overlooked, or I just was not aware of. Like we're talking about radicals, the radicalism that was taking place in England, and it was also, in France. And today, radicalism, I'm finding out, is what was pretty much, it's pretty much what today we would call the woke. It's also progressives. It's the Democrats and stuff like that. And it's really interesting how it works out, because like you had the liberals, the classic liberals were people who believed in constitutional government, and they believed in small government, stuff of that nature, which today it's not the same type of liberal. But then you had a left flanking group called the radicals, who believed in some of the concepts of what the liberals believed in, but they didn't believe in small government. They believed in reform, and they believed in stuff of that nature. So as a matter of fact, we're going to be going into that on Tuesday. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check that out on my channel on the Praetorian on YouTube, and then it'll be on Odyssey, and it'll be on Rumble as well. So you guys can check that out. And after I'm done here, I will go through and see how the sound came out on Twitch, and if this is actually something that's pretty cool or not. And I will get back to you on that one. Now, I believe that I've covered quite a bit there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Now, another thing that I do want to mention is in my talking points. I do have a lot of my talking points that are available. If anybody wants to get copies of them, I can send them to you. They're just texts, things of that nature. Like I said, I have some stuff concerning duality. I've also been doing like even campfire stories for Wow, the Wonderful World of Weirdness, so that should be good. Everything about aliens, that's still on hold. If things don't work out with my buddy Mr. Robot and Austin getting back into it and doing it, then I'm going to go ahead and forge forward on my own and get some of that stuff going. Now with Mr. Robot, I want to give everybody heads up. I want to give credit to him, as well as Minds Gaming and Satori D on Minds.com. All of them are on Minds.com for helping me out with the pics that I got for my slideshows. They're amazing. These guys are into AI, and they have some AI art that they helped me out with. So I went on Blender and I made my own slideshows with them. But I wanted to say, do a shout out to them on that and tell them, and say thank you for that. These are pretty good slideshows too, so I've really gotta commend them on that. Everything turned out pretty good, and this is my first episode for Live with Roger Hanson. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I am setting up this stream right here on Twitch so that I can have the vertical on there. Now I can do vertical on my OBS, but the one thing of it is I can actually create shorts on here and on Twitch, and then I can take and download the Twitch short as well, and then put that on my channel for YouTube's, because I want to make some good shorts that I can add to my channels. So if you guys on Twitch are okay with the stuff that I've been discussing, then freaking let me know in the comments, and I'll keep doing shows like this as well as video games. I also want to mention as well that the last year I was doing gaming interviews and a gaming show about topics even, and I am planning on coming back with that stuff. I do want to continue with it. I want to also tell everybody and let them know that on July the 29th, Xbox 360 will be closing their doors. That means that you cannot get any more games that are on the Xbox 360 console game. So if you guys are wanting to get those games, you need to go and get them now, because they will no longer be available. Now, me personally, I do use emulators, but I will also tell you that it's not the same. It's not the same using an emulator as what it is having the actual game. And to be honest with you, I think there's some games that I played on the emulator that I should never have played on there, because it just ruined the experience. I've said this in a lot of my gaming videos when I was talking in interviews about Gears of War. I played Gears of War on the emulator, and I think that was probably the worst mistake that I ever made in my life, because it was just a horrible experience, so if you guys are interested in having your 360 games, the ones that you haven't been able to get, then I suggest that you do go out and get them. This is the time to do it. So I have also been going through and looking at some of the stuff. I'm thinking about transferring my more spicier gaming videos over to Rumble. I am not sure about it, if I do want to do it or not. The house party is what I'm referring to. It is censored. I've taken the nudity and everything out of it, but I don't know if I really want to commit that much. I'm also going to be doing interviews with people when it comes to games, so if you guys are interested in being on my show for an interview, feel free to let me know in the comments. It's pretty cool stuff to do. So like I said, I am starting this up. This is my late night show, which I do want to start doing late nights, maybe come up with different topics, stuff that I've been going through or going over throughout the year. Maybe check out or I'll go through some of the stuff that I've actually been talking about. My topics, like theme parks. Theme parks are a big topic these days. I've had some good conversations about what's been going on X and Twitter concerning Star Wars as well. Like, people are getting caught or getting kicked off of YouTube and Twitch and not Twitch, but I know they're getting kicked off of X, I think, for getting really out of hand with this new Star Wars that's coming up. So I think those would be good conversation pieces, and maybe talk about the big cloud gaming deal that's been going on with the EU, and with concerns to with I believe it was what was it? It was Activision, I believe, wasn't it? Ubisoft and all that stuff. Maybe go over some of that, and Activision Blizzard and their deal with the EU, and kind of talk about how that is, because for me personally, I find that kind of strange that everything hinged on the whole idea of Ubisoft and Microsoft agreeing to put their games on the freaking cloud. That seems so weird, and it's things of that nature, you know what I mean? I think that would be good topics to actually talk about. I am wanting to also get into conversations about science and medical stuff. I don't want to do anything that concerns chemicals or minerals, because you start talking about that stuff on YouTube and it's just automatic warning, you know what I mean? But I do want to talk about, like, the equilibrium and the third eye, stuff like that, because I know people believe that you have this third eye, and I'd like to dive more into that and maybe talk about it. I also have been noticing too, with a lot of people that I talk to, they're big on the DMT, and psychedelics and spiritual experiences and things of that nature. Those are stuff that I'd like to get into and maybe discuss a little bit more. So with that being said, I'm at 57 minutes and I am going to get off of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed what I have shared so far, and if you have, please come over and give me some support on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, Twitch, and on X now too. So I'll be doing Live with Roger Hanson more, and I will see you guys here in a little bit. I hope you enjoy, and check me out on Discord as well as on Skype. I'm on minds.com too as Roger_Hanson. I've got tons of groups on Skype. I've got Live with Roger Hanson. I also have WoW Talk, Gaming with Infamous, and the Roger's Real Time Talk Show. I've got Tech Talk, mine's Roundtable Weekend, which is currently not going, and Summertide's Mystery Show, which isn't going either. Now on mine's, or on Discord, you can catch me at the Wonderful World of Weirdness. I also have my own gaming server called Gaming with Infamous, and I'm also a part of Home Away from YouTube, which is probably the best Discord server on Discord. Now, Nostalgia Gaming Retro, I'm a part of Team Retro as well. So you guys can check me out on those platforms. I also mess around with Disney Magic Zach. He's on Discord. He's a pretty cool dude. Come in, check him out, see what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys later, I believe. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back soon.